During my life, I've had several dreams that I know the Lord gave me. It was only in recent years in my relationship with Him, and I'm only going to share those ones. The other ones that are relevant that happened before my relationship with Him, they are relevant and they're cool and all, but they're different, So after I had a dream about the thing in the sky, after I had my encounter where the Lord appeared to me in my bedroom, I was having a lot of dreams. One night I floated out of my body in my bedroom, and I was laying there praying, and I just kind of went deeper and deeper in prayer, and like I slipped into that space between sleeping and awake. And I felt myself floating above my body, which I didn't know I was outside of my body. And then I could feel or hear someone beside my bed. And in my mind, I thought it was Cassie. I thought it was my wife. And so I was like, oh no, I thought this. Oh no, she's going to see me floating and freak out. So like I felt myself drop about 8 or 12 inches back down into my body. And it popped me awake, and I was still kind of halfway awake, but I opened my eyes and I looked around and I listened for if anyone was actually there. I looked over, Cassie was sound asleep. So I woke up and said, hey, were you just now over here? She's like, no, I'm sleeping. I was like, wow, that was crazy. So, and I've been trying to duplicate it because it was fun. It was cool. And it was fun. It was interesting. It was a wow moment, right? It was something not necessarily supernatural, but certainly doesn't happen unless you're into some sort of witchcraft or something. So, and the second actual dream that wasn't a vision, it was a dream from the Lord, was where this was another day. We're at my house and we're in the living room area, and Cassie and I and all the kids are there, and her ex-husband is there. He comes over several times a week to pick up and drop off his kids. And normally, or especially back then, he would come up to the door every time, or come in every time. Lately, not so much, but back then he would come in every time. And so he was there, and only a few seconds go by before we hear this trumpet sound in the sky. Everyone's like, oh no, what is that? And as soon as I heard it, I immediately knew. I ran out my back door. I threw my hands in the sky and started worshiping. I immediately knew what it was. I immediately knew who it was. And everyone around, I was like, that's the trumpet. That's the Lord. And I ran outside. And it was the part that strikes me most about this dream. It was the emotion in it. I don't know if you've ever been enamored with the covering and the weight of the Holy Spirit, and just thick, and you're crying, and you're just there's an emotion that happens there that's you can't duplicate otherwise. And that emotion was in this dream. And that's the emotion that people seek when they go to church. When that drawing near, when you draw near to Him and He draws near to you too. That came over me as I ran out my house in this dream. Emotions are often in dreams, but not this heavy, I just thought it was really cool. And and the way no one knew what it was, but I knew exactly what it was and ran towards it. So there's a couple more. I'll keep these rolling. So